So I was telling my kids about an interesting interaction that I've recently been having with somebody I have to interact with relatively regularly, okay? And this is somebody that I interact with in a way that it's important to me that things be good, okay? But even if it wasn't, like I interact with them how I interact with everybody. I try to be kind, courteous, caring, thoughtful, funny. Which direction do you go? Okay, so I was telling my kids about this very odd interaction where I've noticed a trend. I do something specific and this person does something specific. And I couldn't tell if it was from a place of like anxiety or attempt to like relate or maybe maliciousness or jealousy or whatever. And I was like, what would you do? Would you just no longer do this one little thing that seems to prompt this behavior towards you, or what? And one of my kids said, no, I'd do it every single day until I slowly drove them mad. And the other one said, well, I would, you know, she's little, so she's going to go for the big guns. You know, she's going to drag that person around and you should tell them you don't like them. And my favorite, every time they go to say something, you should interrupt them on purpose, but by accident. And I was like, I could never. 143144, I could never. And I said to my kids, I could never do those things because it's just not in my nature. Not intentionally, not maliciously. Maybe if you needed a big enough mirror, but not typically. I could never intentionally create that same feeling within someone else that someone else is trying to create within me. Because you've been on both ends of it, right? Two. We're no longer talking about me. We're talking about you. You've been up and you've been down. You've been secure and you've been self-conscious. You've been divine and you've been much, much, much less. But always in this beautiful loop that leads you to everywhere and nowhere at the same time, right? Don't be anxious about what's coming towards you. What is this? If you're still with me, this is probably for you. The Empress. You're so beautiful and controlled and stable and certain. Ooh, tell me about all this. Oh, interesting. I just heard the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. Who is this? Somebody blocked some sort of conversation in the past. Is this the collective? Yes. Okay. And this is who? Somebody with a very false sense of security and a lot of money. I have, I think, every king and queen out right now. Somebody planted very bad seeds about you to somebody who had a lot of money, okay? And a lot of false, like, security. They may have even planned some sort of ending for you. It could be a spiritual ending. It could be an ending at a job. It could be a physical ending. Take it as it resonates, right? But justice is like sitting here waiting. 444 on my timer. You are 100% protected because somebody, I have a covered like civil servant here. So this person is probably either a dirty official who's grown a conscience or an undercover official who has been working on something. Yeah, an authority figure. Masculine. It could be a feminine, but probably masculine. They may have actually accepted an offer to cause you some sort of harm in order to get closer to investigating something. Whether that be you, whether that be these people, whether that be a situation or a place. Take it as it resonates. Okay. There was a warning that went out, though. 543, a countdown, a warning. Yeah. All right. That secrets were coming to light. Maybe people were given an opportunity to, like, clean up their side of the street, knowing that the street was going to crack open in some way. Or, yeah, Ace of Swords. You see the forest for the trees. You see individual hearts and minds. You might even have some connection to the concept of Anubis, okay? The heart of the feather. Somebody tried to stop newness from coming towards you. New truths, new love, new passion. But they have been made aware that that's not going to work anymore. You are too bright. You are too shiny. You are too healed. You are too hopeful. You are too filled with faith from the divine. And you have too many guides and ancestors and spiritual beings that are watching your every move. 707 on my timer. You have used your intuition to sense your way through moments of danger, like could be literal, could be figurative, like your heart, your intuition warned you to every bad partnership, 727 on my timer, every bad situation or experience. And even if it didn't totally make sense, you leaped. Yeah, you leaped. If the divine said move, you moved. You didn't stop and ask why. And you carry the burdens that belong to you, not blaming it on having gotten a bad deal of your own. You're not a victim. You don't hold a victim mentality. You don't even hold a survivor mentality. If you do, you won't when you're here. You hold an existence mentality. You understand you're here to walk this path and play the hand that you were dealt and play it to the best of your ability in a way that brings goodness to you, helps you sleep at night, venerates the divine, allows you to stay connected. You take your L's as easily as you take your wins. And that's authentic. That's something special. 848 on my timer. Many people struggle to commit to that level of introspection. And they may even like lie and argue with themselves about it. But you decided to choose happiness in some way. And now you have like a big wish fulfillment coming. What is the wish fulfillment that's coming? An offer of justice, or an offer that will be justified for what you've gone through. 922 on my timer. What does this offer look like in the 3D, please? Oh, it looks like peace. It looks like rest. It looks like maybe an emperor. Looks like more soul searching. I heard a book. I still have to publish my children's book and potentially write my own. But I heard a book, but like people listening to you, people hearing your story, and also some sort of great reputation or wealth or abundance or promotion.